shining, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish, masterpiece, body, body. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little.
I ain't even look and see what his receivers look like.
We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jameis now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Winston. Smith catches left side. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front, create a wall, and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On play action, Winston. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Winston now from the 50. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately.
Wow.
In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Second and 10 now from the 27. They go play action. Winston. Flushed out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This is White on the screen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a fourth down. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero,
Good
James
freaking
White.
run
I'm not sure he got there.
Golly.
Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Nyheim Hines, his first carry.
Wow.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Murray. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll go as a loss of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Murray.
Good block. Great block.
Be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. For Jameis Winston, boy, an NFL record 7 pick-sixes thrown last year, part of his 30-interception season, and he throws another wayward ball here that's returned the distance. Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston.
You got another pick. Golly. I threw that so early.
Denzel Ward. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run the counter. Hines. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray.
Come on, Chin.
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's
oh, my God.
He's to the 10, and he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Hines. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Right at the line of
His
scrimmage.
path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
Mike, 53, Mike, watch the screen,
Here's Murray. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal.
Peaks.
A 23-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception. A lot of people think the very next time they run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing on 2nd down. Winston.
Man.
Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
I'm silly,
Top
bro.
with great anticipation. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now left side on the swing pass. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? The West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a
Come on,
touchdown
EA. There's a
or
pig.
check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
I'm throwing too many turnovers. Dude, not really
Butker's
like
kick
that.
here is good.
I done threw 3 straight
Push
peaks.
the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the
He
field
scored
goal
off a pick
department so far.
6 and 2 field goals.
Reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the
playing
end
bad
zone,
right
so
now.
we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
Man,
This is
Evan
where
Ingram.
The
Blah.
coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can reassert themselves here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe when looking at some safer routes after the interception he had at the end of their last drive.
A gain of 9.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're good, though, bro. Oh, this is
a first down throw for Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He completes it right side to White. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on second down. Winston, quick hitter here, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Play fake. Winston eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Going with White here, toss left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. James White, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
3-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches are...
And I think the ball's out. But this
Man, I suck for what I just
wind
did.
up out
I
of
had him in the
bounds.
backfield.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel
I had him in the backfield, bro.
all the way up here in our booth.
That was
Shoot together,
the
Mr.
sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Stretch, 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 stretch.
On second and a yard, Murray flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
5-yard line.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. He'll air this one out from Mims. And this is going to be intercepted.
Bleach report do post him.
The return stops at the 39-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it.
That ain't the worst thing I got saying. When he threw it off dude back, bro, and they went, be quiet about it.
On the job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They'll get this one down.
I don't know if John Ross. I don't know if John Ross was open right there. G, why you paying attention to my stream or nah? You watching my stream or nah?
Winston now to throw on first down.
Yeah, should do a touchdown. I don't know if John Ross was open on that post route.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1. But how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so
Peek it all.
Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. From the gun, Murray. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Jeremy Chin.
Jeremy Chin?
One back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he knocks it through.
The score, Broncos 21, Steelers 13. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here,
bro, why my players can't catch a pick?
You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He'll be brought down by the Broncos Steelers. It's a sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway.
I'm gonna kick you out, bro. Doing too good. Man, put the beats on the commission.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On second down, it's Hines. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes
this man cannot see he had a touchdown.
And they force another incompletion.
Oh my gosh, dude.
On second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Dude had a
Rager was the
touchdown.
intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. K.J. Hamler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Working out of the gun, Winston.
I thought this man was doing the go route.
4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
This man was doing the go
The
route.
Steelers take over 1st and 10.
That's a good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the turnover, here's Murray. This is the tight end Fant. Working across midfield inside the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They run with Hines. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster. 4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Murray.
And 6.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Here's Hines. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Stepping up, he's going to... Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down now, it's White, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Winston finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's White.
Come on, lineman.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 8. At the
last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Opting to run again here with White. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Man, got to be running coast
They
suggestions.
just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. From the gun, Winston. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Jameis to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
First down, Denver.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so this might be the best of the bunch. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And he's
4.
able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
4. Just started.
The pick up there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves.
You playing like trash, bro.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
To throw is Winston.
You knew he was going to run commit.
Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point put through by Suckup. And that makes this a 9. And Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across.
I hope I get my superstar with Buda Baker.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Murray now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. K.J. Hamler with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
Harrison Butker on for the...
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made.
Man, KJ Hamler is Brandon or Tavarius Ward.
Is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more.
Man, what's up, man?
Reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
The man Steve got baby hands, bro.
First and 10, Winston.
Got baby hands. His hands always there.
Complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to get it to K.J. Hamler, the rookie. And now it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Murray again, second and 10. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Reuben Foster picks it, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to. And a fake here, direct snap to the up man. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
I wasn't even trying to celebrate right
The
now.
Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing again, Murray. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 22.
first and goal at the 5-yard line.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's first and goal. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines.
We want him next.
On the screen there at second down.
Complete to Naheem Hines.
It's better finna do a fake
No gain on the play.
spike grab.
Leads to second and goal.
Now the Steelers use the first.
I don't know what I'm playing against, bro.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I threw some bad picks.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line.
Well, man, whenever you play him, buddy, just look for KJ Hamler.
Throwing again, Murray. Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
Trying to run out the bucket. He just scored, though.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown.
At their own 25
If I lose the game, I sold.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1
right
here in this 4th quarter. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Winston.
Man, ain't nobody go to the channel.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Complete to Khalid.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Winston.
I just do a peep, bro. I do it like a dummy. I wouldn't be surprised if I lose. I sold this whole game.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points.
I sold this whole game. I did like 5 or 6 peeps.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the 1st. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Man, I sold this game.
Are going to call the first of their timeouts.
I sold this game so bad.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. This is Hines, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
A 23-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations are a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially. So he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Man, block, bruh. He rushing 3.
But they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Winston to throw. He's going to let it fly. They got his man complete.
This guy suck for that. I know he finna be hot. I know he finna be hot.
They keep the game alive at least.
I know he finna be hot. Y'all look what just happened.
To throw. And that's going to be seconds left.
To the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
I gotta make the field goal though. The win on his side.
Winston.
Look at this game. Look at this game.
We're down to 8 seconds now.
No, I didn't press nothing and threw it over your head.
Ryan Suckup for the field goal try. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
I don't even know where the wind blowing.
Ryan Suckup for the field goal try. This a long one from 54.
4-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. This one fielded at the 5. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
On the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the
That's so
very end,
tough, bro.
They couldn't get it done.
Think he's gonna lead the league, man?
Really a spectacular affair.
Even though they
Think he gonna lead the league?
You're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly.
DJ said,
Even though we
what?
both knew it was a long
Did I
shot.
just see?
So for Denver, it was a great
almost
all-around
sold, DJ.
performance as they
Well, I
come
did
out of
see
this
it.
one with the victory. And they will head home
Oh,
next
my
week
screen.
to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.